Hello friends, my name is Leigh and I create videos about photography as an art and as a lifestyle. Today I want to show you a new, very portable studio light. The MOLUS X100 RGB was recently introduced by Zhiyun. I am using it now on the background. I'll change it a few times throughout the video so that you can see some different effects. I also took the light out to the high desert in northern Arizona to create some assisted self-portraits. I had Raymond hold the camera and I just bossed him around about what to do. Let's discuss the light and how it supported that project though. A big thank you to Zhiyun for sending the light and for sponsoring this project. This particular light was co-designed with Cam Mackey, an indigenous filmmaker who uses color and light to express his artistic vision. Hence, this light being a continuous LED light with full RGB capability. And this light is highly portable, so you can use it in a bunch of different ways. Handheld, on a light stand, on any number of fixtures. There's a short video on Zhiyun's website showing Mr. Mackey using the light, and he put it on a suction cup mount and stuck it to the hood of the truck. Which brings me to power. The light comes with a battery, but you can also use it plugged in. The maximum output is 3,110 lux, but using the included mini lens reflector, the power is boosted by nearly 5 times to an equivalent of a 300 watt Pro Cinema light. Everything you need comes in this case: light, battery, AC power cable, the mini lens reflector, and barn doors that magnetically snap onto that. You can add other modifiers, and I'll talk about that later. I've used a lot of studio lights, compact flashes, studio strobes, lots of continuous lighting, large and small. What makes me choose to use a certain light and what makes me forego them? It depends upon the project, really. The modifiers are often more important than the light itself, but in this case, I would and did choose the X100 RGB for its portability and its power. Here's the story of the project. The weather was supposed to be beautiful. I planned out a sunny, late afternoon project. I wanted to be bathed in light with tall grasses growing all around me. I was going to match the output of the X100 RGB with the color of the warm afternoon sun and use it to balance the light on me so that the shadows wouldn't be so harsh. But you know what they say about best laid plans. It rained all afternoon. We finally decided to just embrace it. We chose a location that we've used before in similar conditions near Lake Mary in Flagstaff, Arizona. My thought was that we could illuminate me with the X100 RGB so that we were able to retain details in the clouds behind me. The rain turned icy as we pulled up, but luckily we had a break in it and there were only a few droplets as we got set up. I set the camera up for continuous shooting with continuous autofocus and human eye detection autofocus. And I told Raymond to point the camera at me and mash that shutter release down. With the light pointed directly at me, using full power with the mini lens reflector and the barn doors, we were able to maintain a fast enough shutter speed to catch my motion and also to balance exposure so that we could, like I said, retain details in the clouds behind me, or at least as much as possible. There wasn't a lot of detail, but we didn't want the sky completely blown out, which it would have been if we exposed for me without having extra illumination on me. As for the color temperature of the light, I used it in CCT mode. It has a range of 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin. I set it so that it was on the warm side to ensure that I still looked alive with warmth in my skin, even though the sunlight that was filtering through the thick clouds was quite cool and gray. Continuous lighting is required for capturing video, like right now, but I really like using continuous lighting for stills because you can see what you have without taking a photo. And you can shoot continuously like we did. There's no waiting for a flash to recycle. Remember how I told Raymond to just mash down the shutter release button as I moved around? He did. We wound up with 885 photos in less than an hour. Thank goodness we weren't out there for longer because it was near freezing. I really should have rethought my outfit and, well, I should have worn shoes, but I didn't. The light was easy to use and it did its job, so we weren't messing with it at all in between shots. It made everything quick and easy, which is exactly what I want in a piece of gear, especially when I'm shivering. There are so many modifiers available in the XY mount, which is native on the X100 lights. Here is the light with no modifier. I chose a pretty blue color on my light gray backdrop for this. And here I've added the mini lens reflector, which you can see how much it brightens the light. It's amazing. Now I am adding the barn doors, which magnetically attach to the mini lens reflector. Barn doors are really helpful for directing the light because you can block the area of light coming off the unit. Now I've taken the barn doors and mini lens reflector off and I'm attaching the mini softbox. That acts like a reflector until I add the filter material to the front. It attaches with Velcro. Like the name softbox suggests, it softens the light and spreads it across a wide area. I use softboxes to illuminate myself for videos and for most of my portraits. The soft light is quite flattering. And then I can add the grid that comes with the mini softbox. It also Velcros onto the front of the softbox. You can use it with or without the filter material, and it directs the light straight forward. And I have the very, very cool spotlight adapter that offers an amazing amount of flexibility. It comes with 10 of these little creative gobos, which are inserts to further mold your lighting. That's what I've been using this whole time. There's also a Bowens mount adapter, so you can use even more modifiers, maybe even some that you already have. Looking at photos on the Zhiyun website, it tickles a certain part of my brain that has really gotten me thinking about what I can do with them. I'm a little obsessed. I have a backup of projects right now, but I think I'm going to have to fit in a studio shoot soon where I can really dig in on this. And you know what will be helpful when I am experimenting in the studio? The app. The ZY Vega app can connect to the light via Bluetooth and you can control the light from it. You can even control multiple lights from it. Especially doing self-portraits and filming myself like I am now, being able to control the light while I'm in front of it in position is invaluable. You can certainly access all of the modes and colors on the light itself, but I appreciate being able to use the color wheel and the presets in the app. I can fine-tune for exactly the color I want. I could play with this all day. I like the idea of creating any color background I want for a portrait using the light directed at the backdrop rather than having a full set of colored backdrops. It's a great light. You could have several of them, a few modifiers, and fit your entire light kit into a corner of a shelf in your closet for storage. And then they're quick to set up when you're ready to get creative. But that's all for today. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and hit the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. Like I said, I have a lot going on right now, but I will definitely be exploring this light with some more creative portraiture soon. And of course, I'll make a video about it. Let me know if you have any ideas for me to try. Thank you again to Zhiyun for sponsoring this project. There will be a link in the description to the light so that you can learn more and get 1 or 2 or 3 of your own. And a link to the spotlight attachment as well. I am loving that. I even have a discount code for you. All of that information is in the description. While you're headed down there to check out those links and to comment your portrait shoot ideas, please like this video. Thank you for watching.